At Daco Heavy Lift, we have the manpower, equipment, technology, and knowledge to tackle any project, however big or small. It was at the beginning of 2014 when we faced a new type of challenge. We were approached by our client, Global Energy Services, GES, to move 7 Vestas V112 wind turbines from Puerto Quetzal to Viento Blanco on an 80-kilometer long route. Viento Blanco is located next to the volcano Pacaya in Guatemala, Central America's most diverse country, which offers a large variety of landscapes, cultures and climates that have captured travelers for centuries. Its unique mixture of history, natural beauty, majestic ruins and incredible colonial cities makes it for an impressive place to work. The first 70 kilometers of the route were relatively straightforward, transporting the various components over the CA9 highway. The last 10 kilometers, however, presented a number of logistical challenges, with extremely tight turns, gradients of up to 18%, rock walls on one side and large drop-offs on the other. The whole route had to be mapped, surveyed and planned out months before the first components were able to make their way up the mountain, checking every inch of the route. This required a team of specially trained professionals that would have to find ways to widen specific sections of the road and remove all obstacles that might complicate the various turns with the 63 oversized components. This included relocating tens of electrical posts and cables, removing specific sections of the mountain, and trimming down trees throughout the route. All components required an additional support truck in order to get to the site without complications.
For us, the most challenging aspect during the preparation of this project was the changes we had to make the last 10 kilometers of the route. It was a mountain road, and the space that we had to either expand left, right, there was little to none, and we had to deal with heavy lateral inclinations and gradients of up to 18%, which caused a massive torsion in our trailers. So over the course of 2 months, we had to perform 5 dry runs to ensure that these lateral inclinations were either removed or minimized, or sometimes even inversed, so that our equipment in the tight turns would not be affected as much with the torsion that it would create on our trailers.
The V112 blade, with its 55-meter length, proved to be the most challenging component to get to the site. So how do you move the 55-meter long blades up the winding, inclined B roads of Pacaya volcano? It was not economically feasible to use a conventional extendable blade trailer, as the corners and bends were too tight to turn without either damaging the blade on the rock walls or invest heavily in extensive civil works in order to pass safely. Instead, we had to order a specially designed FTV 300 blade lifter. This special adapter is designed to lift and rotate the blade whilst in motion, reducing its turning radius significantly. The blade can be lifted at a maximum angle of 60 degrees, sending its tip over 50 meters into the air. This way, the tip of the blade could fly over the treetops and mountain ridges that otherwise would have to have been removed, thus saving our client valuable time and resources. The blade can also be rotated 360 degrees to ensure it can be pitched into the wind and have the least wind resistance possible and prevent it from tipping over. Over the course of 3 weeks, a blade would be loaded onto the blade lifter on a daily basis to start the slow 3-hour journey up the mountain. Local transit police ensured traffic was blocked along the route, allowing us to pass the narrow mountain roads at a walking pace and reach our destination safely. The slow pace was for a good reason, as a specially trained operator would have to raise, lower and rotate the blade along the route and avoid running into trees, rock walls, cables and other obstructions on the route that could not be removed. The wind was also a determining factor during transport, as the blade had to be pitched into the wind constantly to prevent it from tipping over. This way, the last 10 kilometer stretch to the site proved to be challenging, but not impossible. Teamwork, efficient planning, execution, and our extensive knowledge of local circumstances were the key factors that made this project a success.
Los retos que tuvimos con el blade lifter fue monitorear la velocidad del equipo en todo momento, porque nos dimos cuenta que arriba de 25 km por hora se veía mucha vibración en la cola del aspa. La estabilidad del equipo con el aspa a 60 grados en un terreno irregular también mostraba bastante inestabilidad. Otro reto de haber trabajado con el blade lifter, el cuidado que deberíamos de tener con los rayos, porque al pasar en las comunidades los pobladores salían a ver el transporte, pero no medían las consecuencias que podría haber el estar muy cerca con el aspa levantado. Lo que tuvimos que hacer es salir inmediatamente del casco urbano para evitar poner en riesgo a los habitantes de la comunidad.
The end result? The successful delivery of 7 Vestas V112 wind turbines to the Viento Blanco Wind Park, 1,700 meters above sea level. Between planning and execution, over 16,000 man-hours were invested by DACO alone on realizing this project. All components were delivered to the site safely over a period of 1.5 months with 0 incidents.